Hey James, I want to first of all thank you for buying a template, and your page is looking awesome. Really excited for your launch, the launch of your program. I want to dig in and see if I can address some of your questions real quick here. So I know you wanted to get rid of the drop shadow here, and right now there's no good way of doing it in the editor. Um, but there is a hacky way that I can show you how to do it right now, so you can have it ready for your launch on Monday. I'm going to update the template and add a way for you to at least blend in the text shadow with the background. I may even remove the text shadow because uh, I don't think it's really completely necessary. So, but if you want to get rid of this right now, what you do is log in to your page, go into the editor, right mouse click on the text here. So I'm going to right mouse click on it, and you should see this little window pop up, and you'll click this inspect element. Okay, and so you should see this little window pop up below. Um, Now what we're going to do, it's a little technical, but it's really easy. So it's going to highlight. This is actually the HTML for that title up here. So I'm going to right click this and click edit as HTML. And I'm in Chrome, so I would suggest using a Chrome browser, because it's going to be a little different in every browser. So if you could use Chrome, edit as HTML, and then I'll put this snippet of code in on the comments here so you can use it. So what I'm going to do is, because of the way the editor is built, you can actually edit stuff right here. You can edit the code. So I'm going to type in this little snippet of code that will get rid of the text shadow. I'm going to do style equals text shadow. This is just a CSS property to get rid of the text shadow. And then I'm wrapping this in this little span. So the code you're going to add is going to look like that. Span style equals text shadow 000, and then you're going to, at the end of the sentence, you're going to close it. And I'll drop this little code snippet in there. And then if you click out, you'll see the text shadow is gone. And you can do this to each one of these. I know it's a little bit of a pain right now. I'm going to add this, but I don't know if it'll be able to get it approved by Monday. So this is a quick way for you to make these edits. I'm going to do the same thing here. Span style equals quotation marks text shadow 000, and then I'm going to close the span. And you'll see the text shadow is gone again. And I'm going to do the same thing on this one. Inspect element. And then I'll just do edit as HTML. So you get to do a little coding today. Sorry about this. I know this is really hacky, but it's the only way I could, get it done for you immediately, so you don't have to wait around for the approval. Okay. Do this again. Edit as HTML. I'll look at your page real quick. Okay. And the one thing I'm not sure if we'll be able to get rid of is the text shadow on the check marks. I'm going to try it real quick. So we'll go back up to the top one, click inspect element, and the check mark lives in this little thing called before. And yeah, I don't think there's really no way for us to get rid of the text shadow on there. but we can at least get rid of it on the text, which I think is probably your main concern. And just to show you that this actually saves, I'm going to call this James 2 and save it. And, it should refresh, and you'll see that the text shadow actually was saved. It's cool because the way the editor is built, it uses this little attribute called content editable, and you can edit the code directly, just like I'm doing on any things that are editable. So as you can see here, it got rid of the text shadows, and these ones we didn't change, so those are still there. So again, a little hacky. I'm gonna update the template and add a way for you to get rid of the text shadows. It just might take 3 to 5 days, and I know you don't have that kind of time. So hopefully when I update it, they'll approve it faster, and then I can tell you, hey, here's a non-hacky way of doing it. But for now, it's a great solution. Okay, and to address your second concern, this one, unfortunately, I don't think I have a good answer for you. I see what you're talking about, how it gets distorted. This I'm actually emulating, so if I do inspect element again, I can emulate any device. So I'm going to emulate an iPad. And then I see, let's see. I see like right there, it gets a little distorted. I see what you're talking about. And I know why it's doing this. I see you get a little scrunchy right there. I see what you're saying. First of all, the background image, the background was meant more for just like to draw your attention. So, it wasn't necessarily meant for this use case, but you still should be able to use it for this use case. So that shouldn't matter. But the issue is this. So the fix for this is what I did is I made, like, I do actually stretch the image to get it to fill the whole box, and I'll show you real quick what happens if I don't. And this is the only fix right now. Let's see. So if I come over here, I need to scrunch this down a little. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, there. You'll see how it changes a little bit. Like there, it's normal, and as I stretch it bigger, it's still normal. The reason is that the image, obviously, it gets cut off because of the window. And so as you make the screen bigger, we don't have the issue of distortion because we just hide the excess amount of the image. Okay, as I get on a smaller and smaller device, the actual image itself gets smaller and smaller. So what I have to do is I have to stretch it, and I'll show you real quick what it looks like. Okay. So this is right here, this height, this is the issue. So that's the actual image size. As you can see, there's that little bit of black space underneath it. And that's where your distortion's coming from. And because of the way the Leadpages editor is built, there's certain CSS properties that I can't use right now, and I haven't found a way around this. So I have to distort the image to get it to fill that. So that's where you're going to get a little bit of that distortion you're talking about. The alternative is not stretching it and then having this extra space below it. So unfortunately, I don't have a good alternative for this. Sorry, that's a really technical, convoluted answer, but basically, I see the distortion that you're talking about. I know it's there. I have to stretch it to get rid of that excess black space underneath it. But there really isn't a good solution right now for fixing it. So I hate to not have a great, easy answer for you, but that's the best I got right now. So until I can find a better solution, we're kind of stuck. Our hands are kind of tied. There is another solution that I do know works, but I think it's kind of the other solution. I think this is the lesser of two evils. This solution, what I'm doing right now. I'll show you real quick what this would look like. Okay, if I don't stretch it, if I get rid of this height, but then I make the width. Let's see. Get rid of this width. If I make the width, so this is the alternative. If I make the image its full size, you'll see as I stretch the page, you can see more and more of the image. But we may never get to you. There we go. So basically what this does is it takes the left-hand side of the image. Just think of it as the left-hand side of the image is stationary. The image is stationary, and you kind of, as you're on a different screen, you stretch it, you can see more and more of the image. So this is about as far as I can go right now. So I don't think it's a great alternative, because then you don't get to see any of you in the image, but you'll never be distorted. But you'll only be visible on devices that are 1900 pixels wide and up, which there's not going to be a lot of those. So I think, unfortunately, the solution we have is the lesser of two evils right now. And until I find another solution, I think we're kind of stuck with it. So let me know what you think. I know it's not a great answer, but otherwise I'm going to work on those updates. As soon as those updates for the text shadow stuff are approved, I'll let you know. But in the meantime, don't hesitate if you have any questions about adding in those little span sections. I'd be more than happy if you wanted help to log into your account and do it for you. But hopefully you won't have any trouble getting in there and doing it yourself. So thanks again, James, and I'm really sorry for any inconvenience, and best of luck with the launch of your program. Really excited to hear about your results. Thank you.